What's going on, guys? Kivox here, and recently I picked up another 10 Noble Collection wands with the display, thanks to my patrons, and I did a video talking about this guy, and you guys can go check that out. Link is probably in the description and up in that little eye right there. Basically just explain how this thing works, if it's worth it, and spoiler alert, it is worth it. So, but if you want to go check that video out, go ahead. Like I said, I picked up 10 new wands, and in this video I will be just going over them, showing you guys them, and also I am very, very picky when it comes to them. And I've said this before, Noble Collection is good. They do have their flaws when it comes to the production of some of the wands. None of them are really perfect, but they are still the best. I would say they're the best replica wand maker out there. So if you're thinking about picking up one, and you're thinking, oh, I could just get this really cheap one from Wish or from GearBest or wherever you're buying it, whatever, you know, and it's gonna take like a month to get in, they're not as good. These are both Fred Weasley's wands, and you can see that there is a big difference in the mold itself. Just they feel the same when it comes to weight, but if you can see, you could look at the end here. This one actually has black lines going all the way through it. You may not be able to see it because for some reason it doesn't want to focus, but you can see it has black lines going all the way through it. The this pine coney part of it is significantly different and way more detailed on the Noble Collection wand. And then this is one of those, you know, knockoff ones. It's doable. It's fine for photos and stuff like that, but these are definitely better. They're not perfect. I would say that the more organic style ones are the best. They have the, like this, right? The fact that this is all organic and it's not supposed to be perfectly machined, you can get away with a lot less attention to detail when it comes to the actual detail of everything. But don't take this the wrong way. Noble Collection is still the best replica wand makers out there. They are still really good, but I am going to nitpick, and I'm going to show you guys all the little flaws that you may encounter when you get these. Also, just to let you guys know, I do make wands. I do have a wand shop. I do also review wands that you guys submit. So just keep that in mind. One thing about these wands is that they all come in the same size box. Some of the other collections, like the collector edition ones, have actually different length boxes for some reason. So I stated this in the last video, the last Noble Collection wand video. So if you guys want to check that out, by the way, I'll put a link to that right up there. So let's start off with Professor Sprout. So there was no reason really why I got any of these. I'm missing them, so I decided I'm gonna start getting the ones I'm missing. And this is a really cool looking wand. I'm pretty sure that this is one of the few that actually looks like this. I don't think I've seen any other one that has like this design to it. There are a few little things, right? They all have this little trademark thing right here, which are, like I said, you're gonna see this on all of them, so it's not a big deal. The paint job on this is pretty good. Obviously, Professor Sprout is all about the plants and all about the nature type thing, so this definitely has that almost termite-y looking design to it. It looks really good. So this is good. This is a good start. Obviously, this is where the little displays are. So the last time I did one of these, I asked, what do you guys do with these? And everybody's like, oh, you hang them on the stand, on the display. And I was like, doesn't look that good. So I like to actually just keep these in a drawer somewhere. So all of mine are stored away. All right, so next up is Professor Lupin. If you get the 10 wand display, you will be getting them with this sticker on it. This one came a little bit peeled up right here, as you can see. I just stuck it back on, stuff like that. It doesn't really bother me. It's not enough for me to like have to return it or anything. So I won't, but it all really depends on how you feel about it. If you're actually gonna be, you know, that nitpicky about it. All right, so with this guy, you guys probably have all already seen this wand. It's a very popular wand. A lot of people love Lupin, so therefore they love this wand. This is definitely a pommel heavy because you have this big bulbousy thing. It feels very heavy in the palm. So yeah, I mean, obviously you would hold it like this. It's fairly thin right here. We have all these little grooves cut out of it. It's a fairly simple design, but it looks really good. And the finish on it's pretty good too. We got a little bit of a flaw right there, as you can see. But like I said, I mean, you can't be too picky with these, but that's the type of stuff that you will find. Between that and this right here, it may be like not good enough for some people. You can see that the ring, I'm assuming that it's supposed to go all the way around, but on this one it doesn't. So I would love to see other versions of the same wand just to see exactly if it does or not. And now this one was a weird one because for some reason it says Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, but there is no character name on it. But if we look at, where was it? I think I saw it somewhere. Oh no, it was in the, all of these come in black sleeve. I took off the sleeve because I don't like how they look. This is the Snatcher wand, which honestly, man, very surprisingly, this is one of the nicest wands that I have ever gotten. The woodwork on it, the carving itself is phenomenal. It's really good. And the fact that it's so organic really helps with the fact that it makes it look more real. It makes it look like, you know, because it's organic, it takes your eye away from the fact that it may not be perfect. The paint job may not be perfect, but for this one, it just works. It's so busy when it comes to the actual wood grain and stuff that you miss out on little things that may make it look not like real wood. Even these white pieces here, if you ever cut a branch or anything, you'll notice that it has stuff like that on it. And it's just, this is an awesome, I think so far, this is definitely my favorite wand. This may be totally my favorite wand for the whole thing. If you're gonna ask me what my actual favorite wand is, it's Dumbledore's wand, young Dumbledore's wand. So yeah, this one also didn't come with the little foam insert, which is a bummer because if you can look in here, you can see some of the paint from the actual wood actually rubbed off onto the inside of the box. So just something to keep in mind. Obviously, I got Lupin's wand, so I had to get Nymphadora's wand as well because you know. I'm surprised I still didn't have this wand because it is such a unique flower plant, weird petally looking thing. This hole here, it doesn't go all the way in, but it does go in probably about a half an inch, quarter of an inch. And then you have this weird plant, like this is like one of those plants that they have the acid in here and it catches bugs and then it eats them. That's what it looks like to me. And then we have these little stripes that go around all the way. They're painted on. They do look like they're painted on. It doesn't look like a natural occurrence of the actual wood itself. Same thing with the grain on here. It may look good on camera. It definitely looks better on camera than it does in person. It definitely doesn't look bad though. It still looks really, really good. And it also has a triangular shape to the whole blade here. You can see it's pointy right here, and then it's almost flat. It's almost a triangle. There's like one edge, and then these two edges are round, but it is still flat, somewhat flat, and somewhat flat. It's a really nice wand. It's definitely gonna look good next to Lupin's wand. Next up, we have Professor Slughorn's wand. This one's another one of those kind of like crazy designed wands where it's fancy. This one may suffer from the same problem that some of the other ones did, where because it has to be somewhat, you know, uniform right here because it's not organic, it may have a couple of little issues. I can see one right here. So if you look at the little dots that are supposed to be all the way around it, you can see that the mold kind of got stuck there and it may have just been broken. So it kind of connected the two and you have a little bit of some buildup of some stuff right there. Again, it still looks good. It's not a big deal. Yeah, it definitely has the same thing here and here where it's just, it just has that little buildup where it kind of connects. I'm not sure if that's where the mold comes in, where they pour it, how they pour this one exactly, or inject it, but it looks really good. Like, it looks really good. This looks like it's a wrap, this silver piece. It's actually a like a sticker wrap that they wrap around it and then they clear coat over it, it looks like. But it still looks really good. I think it's this is one of the more unique, definitely unique looking wands. I think it's kind of cheesy a little bit that, you know, this is like a slug head or whatever. You got the little eyeballs. This is a really cool wand. It definitely feels like a sword. It feels like a fencing sword, you know, like a foil or something. It has a handle, it has a guard, it has a blade. It is definitely a traditional, and then we got this little swirly or whatever bendy blade, and very, very pointy compared to, you know, a regular tip on a wand, as you can see here. It is a very, very pointy wand, but definitely one of the more fancy style wands that you can definitely get from Noble Collection. I like that it came in the black box as well. That makes it look really good. Now we have another Death Eater wand. So I think I have 3 or 4 Death Eater wands now. This one is definitely one of the fanciest ones and the most complex. I would love to see the actual mold for this one, because it has the craziest design here. Even right here, you can see that it doesn't actually touch. There's actually a bit of a gap all the way around that ring, and it doesn't actually touch anything, which is just really, really cool. And I'm assuming it's supposed to be like the dark mark. I love the spine design on the back here. It looks really, really cool. And then we have the head, and there's a star on its forehead, which is weird. And then I can't tell if this is supposed to be the head of a snake or it's coming out of the mouth. But just in general, just the design itself, it's super heavy too. Like, because of all of this going on, the wand itself is very heavy. I mean, it's not any heavier than any other wand, but it just feels sturdy, nice and strong. Also, let's take a close look at this this pattern here on the actual blade. I don't know if you guys can make it out in the video, but there's actually a lot of little detail going, kind of doing a swirl all the way around. What do they call this one? The Death Eater swirl. Cool. Probably because of this stuff going on over here. Definitely a very cool wand. Not for everybody, but and probably mostly very fragile right here. If you were to drop this little snake thing would probably break. So be very careful if you are going to. Okay, so yeah, so this looks like it is the head, because this would be the tail right here. So it's like wrapping around and going into his mouth. Yeah, all right, cool. These black boxes look really good. I wish more of them came in black boxes. All right, next up we have a few Weasleys. As you can see, maybe not. There we go. We got a couple Weasleys coming up. So the next 4 wands are all Weasley. All right, so we have Arthur Weasley up next. This is not the prettiest wand I've ever seen. Okay, so when it comes to looks-wise, Noble Collection did a good job with how it looks. But the actual wand design itself, I think, is probably the ugliest one out of all the ones today. It's the most like Sprouts wand out of all of these, but it's just, this doesn't look right. It just looks weird. It's definitely not the best looking wand, but you have to realize, right? The Weasleys are modest. They're not, you know, they're not buying fancy wands, you know. So I'm gonna give them an excuse there. They're okay. The wand itself is fine. It's definitely the ugliest out of all of these, but you know, what are you gonna do? All right, so since we did Mr. Weasley, let's do Molly now. Another very modest wand, very regular. The only thing that looks a little bit unique are these little circle things, these pizzas over here, but it's only on one side, surprisingly. Nothing on the other side, or really anywhere else. Oh, there's a little bit of a paint job in the back here. Those little lines are drawn in, and that's about it. Fun fact, this is Lucius's wand. Yes, I say Lucius, so, you know, deal with it. This is his wand, and it is pretty much exactly the same. The only difference is obviously the color and the paint job. This is his other wand, not the cane wand. He also has his cane wand, but this is the other one. And they're fun fact, they're the same mold. It looks like for both of these. Which, if you think about the lore of the world, it makes sense because you know, wand makers would remake similar designs based on what they need to make. All right, and now we have Percy Weasley's wand. Let's see what it looks like. Wow, I took that up together. Pretty good. All right, wow, this one's pretty cool. It's not exactly like my cup of tea for like my personal wand, but I think all of the little grooves that they drew in and all these little lines and then the wrap that goes all the way around here looks almost serpenty. It looks really good. And then we got a pumpkin looking thing at the end. That looks really good. It's nice and heavy. It has a nice taper as well. If you go all the way down, it's not one of those super blunt, flat ones. It's a cool wand. It's a cool wand. I'm very surprised. Nice job, Percy, for having this wand pick you. Nice job. I'm pleasantly surprised at this. I mean, I know I ordered it, so I knew what it looked like, but I kind of just ordered wands that I knew I didn't have. I tried not to think about them too much because I do want to eventually have all of them. So this looks really good. I'm pleasantly surprised at how good this looks. Now, last but not least, we have Bill's wand. Bill Weasley, if you didn't read what it says on the box. Nice purple box. Ooh, wow. Love the stone look of this. The color is awesome. This is my second favorite wand. I still think that this guy is my favorite, the Snatcher wand out of this batch. But this is definitely freaking nice. Look at that. It just looks like stone. It looks like a stone wand. I'm gonna have to try to make a stone looking wand because this looks really good. All right, guys, so now I pass the question on to you. Which one out of these 10 wands is your favorite? Do you like the more organic style ones, or the ones that are more machined looking / organic, or just the ones that don't look so good? Like that one. Personally, my two favorites will definitely have to be, for some reason I always go towards the more organic style, but these two are just beautiful designs. So beautiful wands, beautiful finish, awesome looking. This one's super short, but for some reason it just like, it feels good. It definitely feels like a Snatcher wand. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is about it. And then this one, I definitely think that it suits Bill because it's a very tough wand, right? And he was kind of like the tough brother. He was the one that was out and about and being a tough guy. And it's definitely very good. I definitely think that the personality of these wands definitely suits the characters for the most part. Yeah, they're all very much. I think that this guy right here is a little bit too on the nose, you know, with the Slughorn thing, but I love them. There you have it, guys. Do I recommend all of these wands? Yes, I do. I'm a big wand collector. If you guys are looking to start your collection, I'd recommend Noble Collection, just because I think they make the most, and also I still think that they make the best ones, even though I always nitpick. This was actually a pretty good batch, where it's really only the very machined style looks that look the worst, right? And by worst, they don't look that bad. They don't look as good as I'm sure the original that was made looks. Maybe they look better. Who knows? I've never seen an original Harry Potter wand from like the original mold, the original design that they made. So maybe someday. So if you guys want to suggest any wands that you would like for me to pick up next, the next one will probably be another 10 wands that I pick up, and I'll probably get another display. And if you guys want to go check out that display video, again, the link is down below. Actually, I don't know if I already mentioned this, but it's down below, and it's up in the little eye up in the top left, right, the top right. My left, your right. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I also do wand review videos as well. So if you guys want to submit your wands for wand review, send them over to newwandsday@gmail.com, and I will be shortly going over a bunch of them. Yours may not be the next one that I look at, but I will probably most likely eventually get to it. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in some of the other videos, or I hope you guys check out some of the other videos on the channel. We do book stuff, we do Harry Potter stuff. When the Harry Potter stuff is mostly wand related stuff, so if you guys like wands, you're in the right place. If you like books, fantasy for the most part, you're most likely also in the right place. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye.